Well, happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Let's get that microphone out of my face. All right, I'm on an island in nowhere. Do you not use a timer or something for your eggs, or do you just kind of like YOLO it? Oh my god, they removed my friggin' boat. There used to be a boat there. I wonder if it's faster just to teleport over and run. Ugh, whatever. I was going for a swim. Like your apartment. How far away from your PC area is your kitchen thing? Must have been kind of shocking, I guess. I've never heard of eggs exploding from boiling. I've heard of them getting all like gray and crap. And well, at least it didn't, do anything super catastrophic. For 3 hours. My god. Well, lessons learned, I guess. Get a kitchen timer. I tried to make tonkatsu one day, and I didn't have a good oil thermometer. And the oil set on fire. This egg on the stovetop? Yeah, it's not so bad. Hello, Nagogo. Anyway, the flames were pretty intense, so I couldn't reach through and turn off the stove. So I ended up whipping out my fire extinguisher, and that took forever to clean up. It wasn't very smart. That Momo.
Harvey, I found this one lurking in the shade, shying from battle. Shall I extract some teeth to get him talking? Or pluck out an eye?
You were told to guard this portal, Loki. What happened?
Haven't learned yet.
The portal opened, and these soldiers came bleeding through. So I sent warning straight away.
Good morning, Taxi.
And I captured this one, the soggy-jowled sheep herder.
Doesn't really look like a Jotun.
What is your name, stranger?
I am called the Builder by most.
He wants your name, not your
Yeah, I've since improved my
name,
technique a
it's
bit.
Not within my memory. Builder it's been for as long as I've been building things.
I think one of the things that I've learned in my adult life is that the vast majority of the numbers on the stove for the burners are useless. Like if you want to boil water, crank it up. Sure. But anything else is like, if you're going past 5 or 6, you're probably doing it wrong.
Why have you come to Asgard?
To bow my bruised ego, I'll admit. The Jotnar did not appreciate my skills and crafts.
And you thought we, in Asgard, might?
Was it wrong to believe you and your kin possess a wisdom beyond measure and could recognize such a rare opportunity?
Harvey, when someone gifts you a horse, you ride it. I put a bridle on this one.
Is that right, Builder? Are you a gift horse? Or a secret curse?
Neither, High One. I am only a tool. One with hopes to be well used.
I too self-identify as a tool.
This portal has been a source of misery for some time. I want it sealed.
With respect, this is not the only way the Jötnar can enter Asgard. May I propose a more encompassing
Do I know what myth
solution?
this is? No.
Quite a coincidence that you came when you did, at the tail end of a brutal attack.
That I came when I did was by design. I have been among your enemies for so long, I know how they hunger for your
Yeah,
demise.
water on a grease fire
If
is
you
a
doubt me,
well-known problem,
I could offer a demonstration.
which is why I used a proper fire
Demonstration,
extinguisher.
yes. And if he fails to impress, we hoist his skin as a sail.
Unfortunately, I didn't have a good way to smother it. Otherwise, that probably would have been my first choice.
I'll accept these terms, with the last condition. I would need water from your Well of Helheimr.
What do you know of our sacred well?
It's a place of great power and vital magic, a source of spirit. It's the water there that will power your shield.
I'll collect the water, Harvey. Keep this one clear of our sacred sites.
Loki, halt. I will go to the well. You must find this builder a clearing for his display.
No, it's no trouble, Harvey. The damp and the dark appeal to me.
Go with the builder, then return to the Great Hall with news of our next step.
As you command. An interesting offer.
A curious coincidence.
There are no coincidences. I wonder if I should bother with the intra-island crap. The company sent an ex-employee $500,000. Man, I need to get involved with this company you're part of. Ooh.
Oh, a good fight, but I wish there were more.
The sky.
Death to all Jötnar!
You should have just laundered it into cryptocurrency or something and then ignored it. I mean, I'm sure somebody would eventually notice. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive screw up. No one noticed? It's because they were just blindly approving it without thinking about it. That's a pretty big classic adventure. I don't think I care about any of this assassination crap. I want these Way of the Wolf things, but they're always hidden behind such insane requirements.
We are proud to serve you, Harvey.
Your fame will live eternal!
It's like pop-ups, right? You just see it, you're like, whatever, it's gotten through 2 layers to get to me. Obviously, somebody didn't screw it up along the way, right? And then it turns out they do screw it up. There was actually a guy arrested fairly recently. What he was doing is he was sending fictitious bills to Google, and Google was just paying them. So he ended up defrauding them out of a ton of money. Because nobody was applying any scrutiny to it. It was just going through the system. It turns out that oftentimes if you want something, the easiest way to get it is just to ask. Yeah, a lot of people egg on their face. Can I go through this tunnel? Oh, this is the forge. I don't want to go in here. It's interesting that the employee went straight to the CEO, though, too. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Nice. Trying to work that into a salary increase.
Greybeard, I see you there.
Thor, why do you call?
A challenge! Will you face me in Flyting?
I will accept your challenge and teach you a lesson through humiliation. Now speak.
We're just gonna scream at each other from across the gorge.
Convictions.
Come and flight me, All-Father. It's time to perform. I'm the ruler of thunder. You're caught in the storm. Cross the water and meet me. I'll show you my might.
Oh, beware what you ask for. I will finish the fight.
Not bad, old man. I have
These are like
slain
ancient
giants
rap
and
battles.
monsters. I am endlessly brave. I am adored by the masses from warrior to slave. You are the worst of the Aesir, a coddled old clod.
I'm as wise as an owl. You're a fool of a god.
You were lucky. Shame serves as your shadow wherever you roam. Your failure's the point, and I'll hammer it home. You're a simpering greybeard who will soon meet his end.
Well, your victory is not what my visions portend.
Better than I thought.
Describe defeat for me, Thor. I do not know the taste.
This setback will only drive me to get better, to get stronger, and I will return and crush you with my wit.
Sick. I'm so charismatic. I actually like the idea of flighting. It's stupid, but there's something kind of charming about it. Instead of just shanking people all day. It's funny playing Where Winds Meet with the AI NPCs. You can kind of see how this sort of thing might actually get a lot more engaging. It would actually be very interesting because people might improve their vocabulary to try to get better at a game rather than just sort of selecting options from a dial. Actually having to interact with digital entities might actually be an improvement. Coco knows all the bigwigs. I really feel like the biggest advancements in gaming over the next 10 to 20 years won't be in graphics.
I let you die. Dane, the lifeless one.
Why has this noble stag wandered so far from the tree Yggdrasil? The sight of this majestic creature gives my own heart wings. I will follow in the same spirit.
Why are there 10 billion giants here? I mean, when you meet that many people, eventually things are gonna fall through the cracks at some point. Hello, Staggy Waggy. We're just supposed to follow this thing? Alright, good morning, Misery. What game is this? This is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
The unknowing. Have you eaten your fill of Yggdrasil's green leaves?
Hang on. Move in.
Killed several cowards already this month.
Why did the one person just fall over dead?
Don't shoot sheep.
Not that I mind personally, but weird. Gosh. Ow. Mistakes were made. That was close. Okay, I lost track of the deer. Oh, there's one. That face on this thing. The stag has seen something. Get moving, man. What aggroed me? I don't know, whatever. Yeah, let's go back. Also, I thought we defeated the Jotun. Why are they back?
Dane, the lifeless one. Why has this noble stag wandered so far from the tree Yggdrasil? The sight of this majestic creature gives my own heart.
Was the rest of 7 days to die?
I will follow in the
I don't know,
same
it's kind of
spirit.
whatever. Just made gas masks for everybody and then made it to the second base. We moved all the stuff from the first one to the second one.
Here's Dunur, the unknowing. Have you eaten your fill of Yggdrasil's green leaves?
And that was it. Also, it turns out that Shadow, Data Basics, and Bloodblade are all doing the literally same build, so they have to sort themselves out at some point.
Thor as well. Has some disaster befallen the Tree of Life? Or is this simply a gathering of the hallowed herd?
How does Javi tell the difference between all of these? They're literally identical. This is some weird quest. Okay. I shall become one of the deer.
And finally, Eikthnir, from whose horns flow the rivers Sid and Vit. So this was the purpose behind their prancing, an offering to their caretaker.
Really? Alright, well, at least it brought me to the other end of the universe here. We can work towards getting these things sorted out. Oh, it's a stone stacking thing. More rando filler content. We can climb faster than this hobby. Let's roll. Good morning, Bobbio. Looks cold outside today. Kind of want to head out though. All right, let's make an Inukshuk or whatever.
Our work is done, and daylight remains. We have earned a drink for our troubles, I think. What say you, brothers?
A drink, aye, to drown our creation in praise. A world fashioned anew from old flesh.
Do you recall the size of old Ymir when we began our work? A corpse as tall as the day is long.
Oh, that's like some
spanning the
super
abyss
long.
Ginnungagap.
Oh, that works.
Oh yes, oh yes. His pliant flesh, by which we made the fertile soils of the earth.
And from his blood came oceans and the seas. I remember well.
For hills and mountains we piled his bones.
From his beard came trees, from his hair the grass.
His domed skull we opened for the blue heavens above, crowded by clouds of brain matter.
A new world made from an old life ended. Skål, brothers! I raise my horn to you both.
Brother Odin, you are silent. Is something wrong? Is our work not worthy of praise?
Oh. Success. Yggdrasil. Not as impressive as I expected it to be. I thought it spanned between worlds or something. Sooner, maybe. It doesn't matter. I just think it's interesting to watch the trends of things. Trying to find the pattern in the chaos tweaks my brain in the right way. Only a little bit. All right, we're gonna head up. I'm gonna try to get this Ymir's tier, and then we'll go ahead and see if I can find a synchronization point so I can get the fast travel for later. Oh, I guess at some point I'm gonna have to make this adjust. This roll. I'm a genius. Look at that. Alright. And then where does this one go? Bam! Okay, so what did that achieve? Yeah, I never bothered because their guidance is like, don't worry about it. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna spend 5 seconds, come up with some nonsense and just see where it goes. So now I've got data from before and I'll have data after and it'll be fine. And I'll see if it's worthwhile or not. At the very least, actually having a description just looks better. Not that anybody reads it, but it's there at the very least. We'll see. Anyway, the effort involved is pretty low, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm still thinking about getting that USB foot pedal, but then that means I've got to start editing. Am I actually gonna do that? Who knows? It's so time consuming. Bam. Alcohol poisoning today? You're pretty excited. Okay. I thought you were going to be looking at drunk people while sober. You can't look at drunk people while being a drunk person. I mean, I guess you could, but it just doesn't have the same impact. Dialysis makes you feel needed. I don't think you can... Actually, it's an interesting notion. Could you use dialysis to drop? Yeah, okay. The watching precedes the poisoning. Okay, so you've got to prep yourself mentally to enter that state. You liked it a lot? Yeah. There's only one thing that annoys me about that. So I actually have a bunch of edited playthroughs, but the reality is they never got any real viewership, so I kind of lost the motivation to do it because the amount of time it takes to edit a video is about 3 or 4 times the length of the video itself, like the original source. So if I have a 1 hour long playthrough, it usually takes me 2 or 3 hours to edit it. Well, I wish you luck, Adam. Hopefully you don't achieve alcohol poisoning status, but you find that happy medium between tipsy and hammered out of your mind. Oh, I can outsource it, Bobbio. It's just, it costs way more than it's worth, right? Like people like Asmongold or whatever are making millions, so they can afford to pay somebody a full-time salary to do it for them. Like I imagine his editor is making a couple $100 grand, right? Oh, feasibly, yeah. You've never been blackout? I've never been blackout drunk either. I'm also a happy drunk. What are my plans for New Year's Eve? I don't know. It's in flux right now. I may or may not be on. There's some discussions going on, but we'll see. The last time I got like really hammered, my cheeks were sore the next day. My face cheeks, not my ass cheeks, because I was smiling the whole time. Happy drunk as Irish blood? Maybe. Money, Bobby. Money. So what I used to do when I was editing videos is I download them off of YouTube. So you have to wait for YouTube to process them so you get the highest quality version. But then once YouTube's done processing, you can just download it. So there's no need for me to record locally, which is good because my encoder's already overloaded. And then, yeah, it takes time and money to edit, right? I don't... There might be people that would do it for free, but one, the output would probably be garbage, or at least not refined, I guess. And it takes a long time. And I don't like the idea of taking games from people, let alone that kind of time. It just, I don't know. It feels weird, man. You're hoping to catch something crazy? Like a crazy lady? Or just see something like never pirated a game. My only commentary on that is at one point in my life I had no money. But no, what I'm talking about is like people have offered to get me games to play them on stream or whatever, and unless it's like really inexpensive, I usually tell them to F off, but in a more polite fashion. I just don't like the idea. Like, companies are one thing. They're just like regular Joe Blow, whatever. I don't know. It's a little hypocritical because you can sub to me or whatever on Twitch, or I have donation links and things like that. But it's not something I ever talk about. I'm not like, you know, smash that subscription button or whatever. Remember to use your Prime sub. I don't know. This game is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Hope you're doing well. Great TV.
Thor!
You like your coupling holistic? Okay. You don't want to bond over alcohol and reduced inhibitions? Bobby, you are literally the only one I have accepted a game from. And that's because it was $9. And I kind of wanted to play it. Was it $6 anyway? Now that took like what, 60 hours of my life, but whatever. I definitely wouldn't have played it otherwise. Huh. Anyway, it's a weird mental hang up. I don't know. One day I might get over it. I did enjoy it. Eventually I'll play the sequel too. Nice, Adam. I've never encountered that kind of thing, but yeah, I don't engage in that kind of activity anymore because I can't justify it. But yeah, I don't know. It's just regular working Joe Blow or whatever. I don't want them to send me, you know, $80 games. Like Paz, for example, tried to give me Dragon's Dogma 2, which I'm actually really excited to play one day. But it was like $80, And I know the dude is just a regular working class guy with a family and all this stuff. Like, I'm not gonna suck that kind of money out of his wallet. It just feels messed up. Now, I did have a developer reach out and give me a key for a game that's a couple years old to play at some point. No strings attached. So I accepted that because it's a corporate entity. It's not costing them anything, right? That's a totally different arrangement. How you doing, Aaron? The reality is I can afford the game. That's the real problem. Oh my god. How do I deal with this crap? I'm just gonna keep sliding back and forth. All right. I gotta hang out behind this wall and encourage them to come and visit me. Whoop. The fast mobs like this are the biggest pain in the ass in this game. Because they just run away after they smoke like this all the time. Totally annoying. Yeah, I get the idea, Adam, but like, this isn't some scenario where I'm, you know, struggling or something like that and people are helping me out with that. I'm just doing this for lulz. Oh my gosh. I have to be hyper patient. Surely a lighter weapon could be good. Yeah, I do need to have more variety in my weapon choices. I do want to go to a spear at some point. I've got the spear of Luke? I don't know. Anyway, I thought it'd be kind of cool. It's only fun when you're not going through the giant ass open world, which has nothing in it. No, I won't usurp. Asmongold. Asmongold has his grift down to a science. The guy's articulate. He plays the political left-right game very well. He's a very good reaction streamer, and he's got a large enough community that it keeps going for it. You don't stun enemies that frequently, which is the real problem. Increasing speed when dodging is interesting. Like maybe the spear makes sense. I'd have to upgrade the crap out of it though. Red Dead Redemption 2 ruined open world games for you? Red Dead Redemption 2 was a phenomenal game up until the point where they switched to John Marston. Far Cry 3 was really good. I did not like Far Cry 4. I actually stopped playing it. Far Cry 5 was good as well. I didn't mind that. He's also poisoning the well of the fabric of society? No, he's just exploiting the issues that are there in the first place, which is fine. I hate overlays for streaming. They are a total mess. Like I used to have this really subtle my god, I used to have this really subtle like top tipper latest follower sort of rotator thing underneath me, but then I ended up removing it over time. Like if you look at my really early streams, I never had any crazy overlays, but I definitely had it more involved than it currently is. But I just keep getting more and more minimal. Eventually, I'll probably even remove myself. That's the joke anyway. I like thinking about and talking about the whole streaming ecosystem thing and all these different little marketing tactics and whatever else. It's a very interesting thing, right? Like you put yourself out there and see where it goes. Did I deal with it? I think they're all... Oh, no, I got one more here. Oops. Oh my gosh, game. Why can't you let me target? Okay. God. So obnoxious. So the game's not letting me target it because I guess it's supposed to be stealthy or some crap. There we go. Just manhunt this guy. There we go. The man tells lies like it was candy? Does he? I don't know. I guess I just don't watch enough of his content to see that stuff. You lucked out, Adam. You touched on a good cross section of the developing games situation. Everything's less expensive in the US for that kind of thing, Bobbio. You just have a larger population. Canada is just a lot more expensive for a number of different reasons. Okay, apparently I went too high. Call of Duty 4 was your favorite? The only Call of Duty I played was Black Ops. I've never been big on shooters. I think it's because I'm not very good at them, but hey. I enjoyed Battlefield 6's beta, but I don't think I'll ever buy it. And I also like Marvel Rivals too, but I got to the point where I was like, I actually have to practice to get better. And I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. How do I get behind there? Is there a passage here somewhere? Talk badly about the 51st. How dare you? Man, I was reading about how little travel there is now between Canada and the US. I'm sure all YouTube content creators are not 100% factual, right? Like it's like all those like TikTok and Facebook posts where they say something factually messed up in order to drive engagement. It's part of the grift. You can't make money online without getting attention. And the easiest way to get attention is to exploit rage. What the? This is Valhalla. Hope your day is going well, Deshaun. Okay, we got the thing. Morning, Abid. I hear you have a new stepbrother. Like people like Hassan and Asmongold and all this stuff, they have made millions off of farming the frustrations of the everyman. I don't think these individuals have that much of an influence to like actually push countrywide politics in a given direction. I think the reality is that frustration with the establishment has been building for a very long time. And that separation in the wealth gap and the power of the establishment have finally come to a head, and we're seeing the consequences of it. It's like in China how that single party system has survived so long. It's like nobody cares as long as everybody's making money and their quality of life is improving, right? But now we're getting to the point where their control is eroding because things have stopped getting better. And you've got the same thing with the US where things stop getting better. So you're seeing the consequences of that in terms of, you know, people getting elected purely based on the fact that they aren't politicians. It may or may not be a good decision, but sometimes it's better to, you know, cut off your nose to spite your face sort of thing. At least in the moment. Like, people do not vote rationally. They vote emotionally. Or they vote for something very specific. Like, I know somebody here who votes purely based on who's going to give them the most money for their disabled kid. Now, who cares where that money's coming from, right? Like, they don't think about that kind of thing. They don't care about the rest of the platform. They just have that one issue that they care about, and that's that. Now, whether or not voting for a multimillionaire is any better than voting for a career politician, up in the air, but, you know, again, it's less about if it makes sense and more about just whether or not it resonates emotionally. Yeah, monarchies are an interesting thing, right? Because in some cases a monarchy can be good. And historically they were pretty useful, but it really depends on the disposition of the individual in charge. And much like how monopolies are bad, the political sphere has gotten consolidated because the easiest way to stay in power is to all just be the same entity. I think the reason why a lot of the Scandinavian nations do a lot better than us in the Western world here is because they have a lot of small parties. They don't have these big omega 2-party, 3-party systems like Canada and the US have.
Don't see anything here.
It would be very interesting to me to see what would happen if the number of seats that a government could have, like a party had, was capped at some arbitrary number to force the creation of other parties. Now, they may not be other parties in more but name.
This area is off limits.
It's the same problem as the US, Wabu, where trying to get elected requires you to have a lot of power across a lot of space, which requires a lot of money and resources. So inevitably, if you want to make money as a politician, which is the goal of all politicians, is to make money. It's not an altruistic thing here. Throwing in with an existing established party with money is your fastest way to potential victory. The likelihood of you creating some grassroots, you know, private entity funded organization that has enough power and enough sway to get elected is basically zero. Like, this is the fundamental issue with democracy as it's currently structured. In order to be powerful enough to have the mind share, to get the votes, to go through the system, to get the power in the system, you need an unbelievable amount of resources. Like, even in my, like, district, okay? It's not what they're called here. I think they're called wards or whatever. You know, we had 8 people on the ballot. And I pay attention to this stuff to some degree because I like to be, you know, an educated voter. But there was like 3 people on that ballot that I had no idea who the hell they were. Yeah, the Trudeau thing is funny, but, You know, whatever he wants to do in the privacy of his own time, so be it. Whether or not electing a drama teacher was a good plan or not is another game, but whatever. Success. All right, where's the next stone? Anyway, none of this stuff is simple. None of it is going to fix itself overnight. The reality is that no government that is elected is going to reform the system in any way that weakens their position. And the only way it's going to get more representative and less partisan is if there is an entity that goes and weakens their position. Like, one of the first things every government seems to do is vote themselves in raises. Pure insanity. In fact, the previous government was elected on the basis of a promise to change the way the voting works, and it never happened. But there's no accountability, right? Like, there's no punishments for lying.
You coward! Come fight me! Face me!
Why?
Harvey!
What is it?
Harvey, you must let me through!
Why? What do you want with the Well of Helheimr?
To return to my wife. I don't know. Our village was destroyed. I died with my axe. She did not.
Good warrior. Helheimr is no place you want to be. I've given you the honor of joining my warriors. Do not be fickle.
If it were your love, you would move the 9 realms to reunite with her. You care not for us warriors. I challenge you to a duel. If I win, fulfill my wish. If you win, send me to hell because I'm an unfit warrior.
That is an unfair fight. I cannot win, and you cannot survive.
Who am I to trick a trickster? Come, Harvey. Are you a prick and a coward? Grant my wish, you soft cock.
Man, I need to use that.
Friend, even if rejoined, it will not be as you were. Helheimr makes shadows of us all. Your beloved would be ash in your arms.
I don't know, Bobby.
I miss her, Harvey. I miss how she'd weave flowers in my hair. I miss her crooked front teeth.
I'm not going to be so arrogant to
Then
think
take
that
that
I could
memory with
solve
you.
all the
Hold
things.
it as an ember against your chest until Ragnarok. At the end of all things, you will see her.
Thank you. You have earned your title as wise. I will fight in your honor and keep your name clean in my mouth.
Like, I'm of the mind the government only has really one job, okay? That's to maintain public services. When I ever go to New York, I've been to New York State. What the hell, game? Yeah, that is the government's only job. So education, health, transportation. Defense. That's it. So licensing, that kind of stuff. And then to manage capitalism, so, you know, keep companies from exploiting people. So those pillars sound very simple, but they're actually very complicated. There's a lot of stuff going on there. It's not an easy thing.
Go up, damn you!
That is what regulation is. So that licensing element, making sure everybody plays fair. You know, preventing the exploitation from companies, basically. And there's a lot that goes into that. But there's a lot of things I don't understand, right? Like on the surface, the whole idea of sending foreign aid to a bunch of different countries when we ourselves are in debt is crazy to me. Like why do we do that? I understand there's the notions of soft power, but I feel like you should only be doing that kind of thing when you have a surplus. But again, I don't understand why that mechanism is in place. I don't understand what it purchases. Is the idea that it results in access to more resources or something that we otherwise wouldn't have? You know, part of the reason why China and whatnot is building roads in Africa is to have that clout. Because they want Africa's mineral resources. There's just too many variables, and I'm not well educated enough to understand them. Just don't. I guess the other problem is there's a lot of people that rely on their government job for their livelihood, right? And while I believe that the government's bloated, if you were to, like, say, cut half the jobs overnight, the ramifications are huge. And getting laid off sucks. I've been there. But literally 1 in 4 people in Canada are government workers. That seems wrong. The side stuff in Yakuza is awesome, but it's also really bad.
The Well of Helheimr.
The pacing in that game is what ultimately ended up resulting in me not finishing it. A lot of cool ideas, but a lot of just busy work. Yeah, there's a lot more action-packed versions of that stuff there.
The sunstone has been moved. The light's path is shifted.
I don't know if I'll ever return to the Yakuza series.
Nidhogg and his serpents have been busy.
I think the other problem is I was voicing everybody in Yakuza, which really is exhausting. I think if I just read it, thanks for the biddies, Bobbio. Should have saved them for a bead. He's probably gonna have to support his stepfather's or his father's kid or whatever. That's a beads brand. Questionable. Maybe you just had to do all the softcore porn content.
Harvey, Loki said you'd be here. He told me of the builder's request, an offer that gives me great worry.
Why was this passage blocked? Has someone been here recently?
Do you hear me, Harvey? This builder is a stranger to us. We know not what he intends.
I am the king of Asgard, Tyr. Do not question my desire to protect her.
Calm, old friend. What's needling you?
The Nornir told me I would die at Ragnarok. They described the scene of my passing.
All but a few will perish in the final battle. We know this. Yet we will die well, and live again in great and glorious tales.
I will need your strength in the coming days, to anchor me, to challenge me, to pull me back from the abyss should I teeter.
And I will, as long as breath fills me. So I must caution you. Step with care in this place. What happens here may ripple through the fabric of the 9 worlds.
The well is sealed. Someone labors to keep me out.
Perhaps it is meant as a warning.
I will take it as a challenge.
Okay, so we're gonna
I
bounce.
recall there being more light in here.
These sunstones are meant to guide the light, but the path has been diverted.
Okay. So where are we going with this? I'm not super sure what
What
the
if an
plan is
invader
in
was
the
trying
long
to
term
weaken the
here.
well's defenses? Are we meant to intervene?
The integrity of this sacred place must be preserved. But whether we be a bane or a boon remains to be seen.
Okay, I think that's how it's going to be set up. Uh-oh. So how did this person screw up 300,000 for 3,000? Where would I be? You'd want to live out of Mexico, US, or Canada?
But only one stream.
How do two far
I imagine it was probably...
By splitting the stream.
Oh, we need to go to 2. Wait, how do I split this? Probably the US. Is a thing that splits the stream here? Never cross the streams. Oh. Is this the stream splitter? Instead of the actual amount to base, you put the number, date on the amount. Wow. A plus, I guess. You didn't choose the US? Yeah, so the managers didn't do their job and she can't read. There's no way this works. I need to hit this twice. So this is the only source I have. Oh, I split it then. Is there like an artifact or is...
You've done this before, Howie.
Once or twice. The light has found its mark. The stone is lit.
There we go. Okay. Okay. I don't know. It's not their money, right?
Nornir will appreciate our visit. The curious are not welcome here.
We will have come and gone before they feel our presence.
Humans are usually the weakest link, for sure. There we go.
The well is open to us.
I will lead.
Hello, Mr. Riley. I'm actually surprised that there isn't some mechanism where large payments are subject to additional review.
What you need to do quickly. We should not linger.
Break our stalemate.
Tyr?
Uh-oh, is this Fafnir or whatever? Our bede's obviously gonna go to Mexico for Nakoko, right?
Careless little pup. You shouldn't be here. Where are you? There's no wolf alive I can trust.
Javi, stop! Out of my way, Tyr! I'll suffer no wolves in Asgard.
This is a sacred place. Killing here is forbidden. You know this, Javi.
60 streams, holy crap.
Has your mind fled you? You act as though possessed by the spirit of another.
The Nornir warned me. A wolf will be my doom at Ragnarok.
Will you slay every wolf in the 9 realms to sidestep this fate? Ridiculous.
No, Abid.
Take this beast. I want it caged. I would have every wolf and dog in Asgard caged if I could.
To ease your troubled mind, I will do as you ask. We need you focused for the coming war.
Thank you, Courage Bringer, for your steady hand.
When one descends this deep,
Then the only way is further down.
Am I missing one of these tiers or whatever? I feel like maybe I have something up. Alright, I'll be right back. Gotta grab a drink. Why are there charred bodies on the ground? Oh! Ah! Oh my god. Oh. Well, that would explain it. Yeah. So why don't I get a fire thing? Where are their charred bodies? Derp, derp. Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. I'm trying to take a break. I'll be back. Huh. What the? Can I delete that or something? Jesus Christ, that is the most jarring nonsense. This is why nobody uses the Epic Game Store. The crap. Yeah, super fisted on the weekend.
Looks like I could override the circuit. I need my electric webs.
It's okay, I'm already well lubricated and ready.
Well,
There we go.
something. It looks like the circuits need a little more juice.
What? Oh, there's another one. Bathing in blood? Hell yeah. Works for me. I'm actually like 800 years old. Oh, here, BB. I'm coming for you, BB! Yeah, that's lost forever. I don't even care. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, Mike. That's all I want. The eyeballs are fantastic. Oh, we got rice and pro. Auga! Can I like lie to the back of your head instead? Could you just turn around for a minute? Okay. I am definitely going to wait to play Dark Ages so then Nikoko can play it before me. That was...
Everything's fine. I do this all the time. He's perfectly fine.
He does do it all the time. Look at all the blood.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just gonna put that in a flask here.
All right. I'm gonna have to get more of this cranberry ginger ale, I think. Pretty tasty. Whoop. Wait, what's the point of having all those defenses if you could just swim in through the back door?
Loki.
All is well.
Loki's very fishy.
You went to the well, did you not? And you found what you were looking for?
I have a skin of sacred water, yes. Is the builder preparing his demonstration?
How did the well look? Peaceful? Calm? Quiet?
What are you driving at, Loki?
Driving at? I'm only curious. The well is a wondrous place. I wish I could see it for myself.
There was a wolf cub with us, trespassing on sacred ground. But Tyr took care of it.
Took care of it? Is he dead?
He?
The wolf lives, but Tyr will cage the beast that is whole. I want no free wolves in Asgard.
Ah, yes. Good. A wise decision, Harvey.
I wanted to kill it, but Tyr stayed my hand.
Tyr is pragmatic, and it serves him well. You should heed him more often.
Now tell me plainly, where is the builder?
In a meadow not far from here. Your raven may find the way.
Did Mr. Riley steal my special redemption? Is that what I'm hearing? Do I have to defend my honor once again? I think I'm just gonna keep trying to pick up Way of the Wolf slots. They seem to have the biggest impact. I don't know if I'm going to try to improve my pathing in the tree yet. I wish they wouldn't obfuscate until you get there. Like it's a stupid mechanic. It serves literally no purpose. We'll see. What are you guys talking about? I think a bead is just trying to get stoned. I mean, Mr. Riley is closer than basically all of us to be, so I guess it could happen. Jay, is Wabu closer? Wait, isn't this literally the well again? Bruh. Okay. All I do, the intrigues, the sacrifices, the betrayals, I do for you. Of all my children, I fear for you the most. The Nornir cursed your name before your birth and poisoned foolish ears. Alright, we got one more. Over there somewhere. Call of Duty is horrible? I don't think it's a horrible thing. It's just not for everybody, right? Although I think Black Ops 7 or whatever has been getting a lot of flack for it being basically shovelware. Can I get out of here? Ugh. Okay. Is it just faster for me to fast travel out of here? Because I think I have to go through the whole damn place again. They're not going to let me escape. Yeah, alright. Let's bounce on out. What does showing gratitude towards fans mean? It's like hiding too much cool stuff behind microtransactions. Yeah, okay. So you feel like they're milking the fan base too hard. I think that's a fair take, especially when you look at the quality of the stuff they're actually trying to sell you. I do feel like there is a point where game companies get too comfortable. You know, Call of Duty sells like hotcakes every single time they release a new version. Tons of people buy the stuff. Just on spec. But our creators, they have to earn it, right? They don't have that built-in fan base. So Bungie's really seeing the consequences of not innovating, not continuing to provide that value proposition. Maybe this year is Activision's time to learn. I don't know anything about Call of Duty. It really makes me wonder how Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be received as well. That might be true, Mr. Riley, but is that because at the time that Call of Duty was released, it was pretty fresh and it got a foothold that way? Or is it because 15 years ago the game was objectively better? Like, there's a lot of games at the time that were genre defining, but they don't hold up these days. Like the Knights of the Old Republic, for example. Amazing at its time, but you go back and try to play it now and it really shows its age.
Your timing is perfect.
We found the perfect spot. Did you bring the water?
Assassin's Creed is a good example, yeah.
Wonderful. As it blends with my paint, its magic will power the runes of protection that I here inscribe.
No rune will protect you from my wrath if I catch you playing games.
A perfect mix.
Wait, what are you doing?
Harnessing Hooker magic to bind my spirit to these enchantments. It amplifies the strength.
Hooker magic? You learned this from the Jotnar?
They practice a form of Hooker magic, but this is my own technique, and it's just about done. Could you lend a hand and bring me a few jars of paint? As many as you can.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed definitely changed when they did Origins, which is the Egypt one, but I personally like it. But it did stop being an Assassin's Creed game. So for those who liked the stealth stuff the most, you know, kind of shades of Splinter Cell, that transition was bad. Put down the...
Just place.
That burns! once.
I don't remember how to place friggin' jars.
Remember, just place it. Don't break it.
So, I like the new iterations as games, but I definitely understand why a lot of people don't like them. And that's totally fine.
That's well enough. Exactly the right spot.
What now, Builder?
Perhaps you should move out of the way. Atop that rock, the view will be much better.
Which rock? There's a million rocks.
There. Will that do?
It will indeed. Hold.
This may be a hot
And there
take,
it is. A thing of beauty.
but I didn't
The
like
runes
Black
painted
Flag.
conjures the shield.
They did. And if all goes well, it will protect your allies and roast your enemies.
Show me.
With pleasure. Draw some invaders out from the woods and into the shield. Alive, of course. They must be alive.
The barrier will not harm me as I cross.
You have my word, Harry.
Okay. Alright. Sea shanties are fine. Kenway I like as a character. Story was good. No problems there whatsoever. My problem was in all the friggin' ship content. Sailing around, super boring. Ship combat, super boring. Fighting on the ships, lots of fun. Like the boarding piece was good, but everything in between that sucked. If I wanted to listen to sea shanties, I wouldn't play a video game to do it. I would grab some MP3s and listen to sea shanties. It took everything that was awful. Yeah, but I don't play a game for the accuracy, right? Like, I don't need to eat on the regular basis and poop and piss and, you know, shave my face. These things aren't important. Remove them. Like, pacing is such a big deal in games. And this is why Valhalla has problems.
Stinking shits, skulking about like cowards. Am I so fearsome that you hide like mice in a farmer's field?
Anyway, that's my view of it. So, a lot to like, but I didn't like the game in general because of it. Syndicate was kind of the same way, but for different reasons.
That's good. Draw them closer. Yes, it works.
Look at that, like moths to a flame. Come, you fatherless curse. I'm one, and you're many. What have you got to lose? The fools, they run towards their doom.
I used to be big into fighting games. I've got my Mad Cat tournament pad and my hitbox over there.
They're passing through.
I don't understand. Let's shoot that.
Oh, I'm gonna be dead. Hang on. Half off sale.
Stick with me. Almost there.
Back inside while you still can.
Builder, your shield summons an army, but it's as weak as your word.
Oh god.
This is not what you promised.
Never mind that now. They're coming from all sides. Even little hits take.
Oh my gosh.
I should have let Loki have his way with me.
Oh no.
You need to fix this now.
I'm painting as fast as I can.
play ultra defensively here. Oh my gosh. Bah! Yeah, I do get the itch every now and then, but the problem is just the amount of time I had to spend at the lab to get even halfway okay. Like, I just don't have a natural talent for it. So I got to brute force it with just pure practice time. And I'm just not at a point in my life anymore where I'm willing to invest that much. It's the same reason why I stopped playing Marvel Rivals. I like the game, but the amount of effort it takes to get good is unbelievable. I mean, fighting games, people have just gotten so much better too. Like, the floor for being an average gamer is so much higher than it used to be. Oh my gosh. Everybody's just better. You might take a nap? Just take a nap during his stream. Plus age, we aren't quick anymore. I think that idea is actually overrated. One of the best Counter-Strike players in the world is like 50 something, so it's just a matter of focus, right? And practice. I think the other thing is that when you are much younger, your set of responsibilities is a lot lower. My God. Yeah, the, what was it? Rainbow Six Siege event was pretty funny. I mean, speak for yourself, Mr. Riley. But yeah, you got people treating shooters and whatnot as their job. You're never going to be able to compete with those individuals unless you put in the same amount of effort. You're not the only one, Rocket Fuel. The stats are actually pretty funny around that stuff.
Summons an army, but it's as weak as your word.
Try to trip them.
This is not what you promised.
Never mind that now. They're coming from all sides.
I should have let Loki have his way with you.
Won't take long.
You need to fix this now.
Focus.
Oh my gosh. What the? What was that? I don't think that's true, Rocket Fuel, but most games seem really flawed day one because they're just like, we could patch it, right? And with all the DLC and all that stuff, you may as well just wait until they release a complete edition.
You're mine.
Oops. And then pay 20 bucks to get all this stuff rather than like 150 or whatever it takes to get it all as it comes out. I think there's a lot of value to be had if you're willing to be patient. Man, this is wild. It's not like you really have AoE attacks in this game either. Maybe I can do something. I guess I could use the berserk stuff. Yeah, the only games I tend to buy day one these days are multiplayer games. Yeah, let's change up the abilities here. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. Let's put it back to Berserker Trap. How to abuse this a bit. Oh, what the hell? All right.
This is not what you promised.
Never mind that now. They're coming from all sides.
I should have let Loki have his way with you.
2 for 1 there. I did not like Persona. If there's one game mechanic that I really do not enjoy, it's when you have a calendar.
Fight smart. Use your glimmer.
This is not what you promised.
Never mind that now. They're coming from all sides.
Oh my god. So the intent of the calendar mechanic is to add replayability. You experiment, you see what happens, you know, you get all these strange events or whatever that happen. But the reality is I'm not going to play a 70-hour RPG twice. It's never going to happen. So what ends up happening is if I try to play a game like that, I inevitably just get a guide, and at that point my enjoyment factor in the game drops because I'm spending all my time head down seeing what to do next rather than getting that immersion. Now that is mostly my fault, right? Like I'm choosing to create that scenario, but I also want to see all the content. So I'm torn between these two pressures.
You need to fix this now.
And I don't think it's good.
As fast as I can.
I think that sort of system ultimately detracts from the game. I think it's a net negative. My god. Why do I play on this difficulty level? It's just like one shot done. So yeah, that's my problem with the Persona games. And I don't think I'll ever be able to get over it, to be honest. You miss out on so much cool stuff if you don't play perfectly. Annoying.
Keep your guard up.
Oh my gosh.
This is not what you promised.
I can't actually berserk trap?
It burns.
Maybe I can just exploding arrow a lot and see what happens. They're not gonna let me berserk arrow.
You die now. Keep the boat.
This is not what you promised.
Not great, but it worked. Yeah, that worked out okay.
Why should have let Loki have his way with you? You need to fix this now!
I almost have it.
Oh, he figured it out.
That was not as smooth as I had hoped. But the means can be forgiven when the end bears fruit.
A sour fruit, not as sweet as you promised.
It held. The shield worked wonders.
It worked well enough. Impressive, but unstable.
Don't fear, my friend. The problem is no more. I have mixed the proper solution. With enough materials and the right incentive, I pledged to build a tower so tall, it would shield all of Asgard.
Materials we can find, that is no issue. What incentive do you mean?
Oh, just a trifle. Nothing grand. I only want Freya as my wife and queen.
That is.
Why the Queen of Asgard? Is it your intent to rule at her side?
Nothing so bold. I would be happy to simply bask in her beauty. She can govern the realm however she sees fit.
Freya is not mine to barter like a bale of wheat. I will ask her what she desires.
Do what you must, but my price stands firm. No Freya, no shield. I have no other needs.
And you have no other friends, so tread lightly here.
Man, this is super fishy. I don't really know a lot about Norse legends, so I don't know where this is going to end up. The only thing I remember is Havi, like, getting his hand bit off by Fafnir, I think. And that's about it. So this will be an interesting mystery. See where it goes. Easy way of the wolf points makes sense. Another way of the wolf for 2 points. Okay, I guess we'll focus on melee nodes and stuff for now. I guess most of the way of the wolf stuff is in the blue tier. So raven yellow, wolf blue. And there's just a bunch of melee nodes sort of scattered everywhere. So we'll have to explore those ideas. Hey Teddy, how's your head today? The flu still kicking your ass? Better? Nice. Way better? Awesome. So at least you'll be able to kind of enjoy tonight, I guess. Even if it's not going to be 100%. Hold on a second here. There we go. Yeah, that's my ideal. It's rare that there's parties I truly enjoy. How do I get that? Is it actually down in the well and I'm just dumb? I don't really want to go down there again though, 'cause there's no way out. Is that well? Maybe it is down there. I don't really see any other options, to be honest. Sounds like the dream, man. I'm a simple individual too. How did Javi become the king of Asgard anyway? Everybody kind of defers to him, but why? It grows more challenging to hide you from Odin's sight. We may need to abandon Asgard for one of the lesser realms. It would fare a little better under your sister's dominion. She has made that much clear. Midgard is promising, but the barrier is greater. I know not when, or if, you might make sense of these musings. Sharing my thoughts like this helps keep them purposeful and sharp. Okay, found what I needed. How did who become the king of Asgard? Javi, the Allfather. So annoying that the only good way out of this place is literally to just bounce out. Yeah, so it's a conquest thing. So I guess for him, running a kingdom is more of a pain in the ass than it needs to be. Well, at least he seems to be taking the opinions of the other gods into consideration. I don't know if this is an accurate depiction or not, based on whatever legends or lore drove the design of this game. I kind of remember his depiction in American Gods. I never finished watching that, actually, come to think of it. The fact that Javi is not one of the Isu is kind of interesting to me as well. Up until now, the vast majority of the gods have been part of the Isu. Well, he currently has both of his eyeballs. The Isu were the first civilization, basically. So the precursor types in this this game, anyway. Obviously, not aligned with, you know, any of this lore nonsense or whatever, but basically all of the Greek gods. Yeah, in Assassin's Creed, all of the Greek gods were Isu. So Hades and whatever else were the names of Isu. Hello, Teja? You enjoying the last day of the year? Yeah. I'm just saying that it's interesting that, you know, the Aesir stuff depicts the gods as more, you know, regular human sized and all that stuff, whereas in Assassin's Creed, the gods up until this point have been these Isu, and the Isu were huge, like double the size of a normal person. You stopped Assassin's Creed after Odyssey? I just picked it up, I guess about a month ago now. I don't know, I'm not a diehard fan of Assassin's Creed, but I do like these kinds of games. Definitely not for everybody. Former husband. I returned today to the icy embrace of our snow-covered kingdom. You think us harsh and frigid, but our inner fire burns all the brighter against the cold. You are a cool fish in warm water, and despite a pair of feet that know no equal, you do not meet our measure of manhood. What? Oh, God. She's epic, yeah. Where history is involved? No, I just like these sorts of like exploratory action RPGs. The history is whatever. The games like Starfield and Fallout and Assassin's Creed and I don't know, whatever else, God of War, these are all mechanically interesting to me. You're just some random giant. Neoton. Is this a battle cow? That'd be amazing.
Audumbla, who shut you up in here? You should be free.
Moo.
Nothing less than a god could confine this ancient creature against her will. Was it the trickster? Some other menace? Or do I imagine ill omens where none exist?
That Avatar game on sale? It's on my list of things to do at some point, but yeah, gotta wait for it to get less expensive. The ancient cow of ancientness.
Best not to draw attention here.
What is this game? What's going on?
It was simple thirst that drove this primeval creature. Even the gods are subject to common needs.
Slake your thirst, man maker. May you bring forth new things to amaze.
God. Loki. Well, looks like we have a whole bunch of Jotun to murder. Yeah. Or be murdered by. My bad.
The guards here are vigilant.
Let's hide in the bush. Become the bird. Okay, so I imagine that all of this stuff is either going to be, yeah, underground. Really high up somewhere. Guess we can do the up stuff first. Seeing as I'm here. Oh, you misled me, Teddy. My whole mental map of the lore is screwed now. Whee! Guess we're gonna have to cause a ruckus.
Hold there, you!
God damn it. Well, enjoy yourself. One day, I won't take such unbelievable amounts of damage, but today is not that day. Well, at least it started me here. This is cool. Whee!
I should not be seen in this area.
Technically speaking, your religion. Nice. Man, it's teleporting crap. Nice, got a 2-for-1. Don't actually care about any of the enemies. We just want to grab the tears. Get the heck out. Why, game? Oh, is there something on the other side? I might be able to cheese my way through it. Okay. Hold fast. Another wave will soon break. Till then, destroy peace. Sow terror. Create chaos. Is that why she became the queen of Asgard? Probably means there's something to shoot around here. They usually don't give you resources unless there's a point. Okay. All right, got all that sorted out. On to the next one. She had her own realm within Asgard. If you die during sex, you get sent to Valhalla. Death by snoo, the most honorable death. Lamb and pelvises. Well, there was a 2-point Way of the Wolf somewhere here. Alright, there we go. Health, light attack. I think this is just better point economy. I need this node anyway. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Whatever. This is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Maybe I should put the game at the front of the title. How's the day going for Zoo? Freya's realm is called Folkvanger? Is that like Folkbanger? Yeah, they changed up the formula in Origins. which I think was after Syndicate. Was it a coin flip, Teddy? Yeah, so with Origins, Odyssey, Valhalla, and maybe Shadow. I didn't actually look at Shadow. They made it more of an action RPG, so there's a skill tree and some other stuff. Although in Odyssey and Origins, there was less of a skill tree. It was more like a vertical stacked pyramid thing. So it was a lot simpler. I don't know why they chose to go this way, but there are technically more choices this way that you can make, so you can customize your character more, I guess. Skyrim of the new version? I guess you could say that. Yeah, a lot broader skill trees though. It's like ranged assassination and melee damage, but thinking on it, it was kind of structured that way in Odyssey as well. It was just represented differently. So instead of having this scattered tree, you had these different categories that you could put points into. So this skill tree forces you to be more diversified and less specialized, which I guess makes the game easier to balance, because you don't have to think about both the individual who puts points all over the place and the individual that puts all their points into one specific category. You have like a higher damage floor, but a lower damage ceiling because you can't just specialize. Like if you think about it, in most RPGs, they give you talent tree options. The strongest builds are very focused on a specific strategy. They don't deviate. So by forcing them to go through a complicated tree, like what they have here, you force them to pick up nodes that aren't 100% advantageous. But that's just my hypothesis. I don't know. I'm no game designer. No problem. Look, I don't know anybody that took any of the range stuff in Odyssey or Origins. It was just not as good as throwing down on the warrior tree and just calling it good. Is there a cave that I need to go through maybe? Nope. That looks like a marker of sorts. Okay, game. Let me out. There we go. Oh, I knew it.
I'll finish you.
This dude was just hanging out in here.
You're mine.
Who even needs legs? Do I have all of these yet? Maybe missing the one. Yeah, I need 2 more. Interesting. All right. Sounds like a good time, Teddy. Wait, was this just a prison? I wonder if that was part of the quest that we're gonna pick up here in a second. So what if you just die of old age?
You cannot touch me. Your weapons will not harm me.
Warrior, put reins upon your battle lust and ride it. Do not be ridden by it.
I do not know your face, but I know...
Yes, think. What are your last memories?
I remember the fire fog, filling my throat, wading through a sea of blood and meat. A spear piercing my heart.
And then the Valkyries plucked you from the Helvigr, which leads lesser men to hell, and brought you here, to glorious Asgard.
Asgard? This place is truly like no other. And, this is not a dream? Am I supposed to fight you?
We will fight together, and become part of the greatest army ever assembled. But first, go eat and drink among the gods. Take your place in the Hall of the Slain. Your bravery has earned it.
Thor! Stormbringer! I offer you my blade! Odin, Raven Feeder! I give you my life!
Okay. So where the heck are the last 2 then? Maybe they're just both on here and I'm getting jebaited by this weird icon. Might be for later, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Dude was just losing it. Ow. Call it artistic liberty, I guess. Nice. That was an amazing jump.
They will attack on sight here.
What was that? Yeah, I've never watched Vikings. I don't know. I personally don't really care about accuracy. I'm just along for the ride. Like all the shadows controversy stuff, whatever. They should have been careful, like more careful about respecting some of the things like the shrines, for example. But that's more out of respect for the culture than it is any sort of specific need for accuracy. You got butthurt over the hairstyles? Really? What was wrong with them? I mean, trying to compete with thousands of years of refinement is probably difficult. Eye fade cuts with a man bun? This looks like an arena. I was really stuck in there. You think I should get a man bun?
Smells like a trap.
May sustain you, my son, and by favor. Loki's gonna betray you, Javi. Loki's a scumbag. Queen of scum. How do I get this stupid tier?
Something is not right.
Okay, so where's the last one? Like there's literally 0. $29 out of 30. What the fudging fudge? Man bun equals unfollow. Now you're just trying to sell it to me. I don't think I'd do that anytime soon. I can definitely see myself getting like an undercut or something at some point, but not anytime soon. Right now I'm just going for the Sephiroth hairstyle, grow it out to my butt. And then I'll start dressing in all black and I'll become an edgelord. That'll be my weeb arc. And then once that season gets boring, I'll move on to the next thing. We'll figure it out. Maybe I should really lean into the whole Viking thing. I think I should braid my hair. claim I have Nordic ancestry or something. Oh no. Braiding hair must have taken forever. But I guess there just isn't as much to do in that sort of era. You get a lot of dead time where you're just kind of like monitoring things.
Who will join us on this wild hunt? Which among you hunger for a challenge, eh? Who here has an appetite for adventure?
Hail, Andrimnir. Off again to hunt the immortal boar?
Yes. Yet again, Saerimnir has risen from his bones and escaped my kitchen. It should prove to be a vigorous chase.
You never tire of tracking this beast.
No hunt is more thrilling.
Can you imagine being an immortal creature and you just rise from the ashes to get hunted down again? It's so messed up. Yeah, I think they were just trying to dial up the perceived savagery, and one way of doing that is like, hey, we don't bathe regularly.
Run! Run, you sluggards! Have you no appetite? This meat is not to be missed. Take care! He is cunning! Saerimnir is as deadly as he is delicious! It is worth risking death for the meal of your life!
Am I like missing something here?
Skillfully done, Lord Keeper. I will save you the juiciest cut. Come, you brave butchers. Let us prepare a true hero's feast.
Washing day. Our words for days come from the planets, which maybe isn't as interesting. There's this here, but I went there and there was nothing to be had just yet. Maybe I'll do one more story quest and then I'll hop on over there. Let's roll. All right. Yeet. Yeah, those are some big steps. The last tier has to be tied to this memory here, this mystery. So what's interesting is the French, like vendredi, for example, you know, Venus, mercredi, Mercury, Mars. So if you slap the English and French ones together, all that history gets erased. Lundi, mardi, mercredi. Wow, the wolf from the well got fat. I've got to loosen my garden again. Ripped up the new beds and consumed a score of unique plants that now exist nowhere else but that mangy cur's guts. The poison does not kill him. I will the next time he places a paw on my lands. He'll make a fine rug.
Look at the size of this beautiful creature. Impressive, isn't it?
Clear eyes, strong haunches. It must come from powerful stock.
You fools. It could swallow the moon next month if it continues to grow like this.
I know your mind, Javi, but this wolf is not your enemy. The signs of Ragnarök, when it comes, will be clear for all to see.
Tyr, you roll bones in a game you do not understand.
That may be, but I'll assume the risk. If there's a price to be paid, I'll pay it.
It's the Jotnar that trouble us now. Have you spoken with the builder?
The builder, yes. Is Freya nearby?
She's teaching Thor about organizing armies. A battle they're both losing.
Come along then. You must all hear what I have to say.
You spoke with the builder. You saw his work.
I did.
And the secret war?
These markings are your warriors.
Enough of this sorcery, woman. Just point me towards the enemy and I will handle them.
Javi, you look troubled.
The builder gave me a demonstration of his magic. He conjured a shield that killed invaders on contact.
That would do well for us.
But your expression says otherwise.
Thor was a ginger?
This is too high.
Disgusting.
What does he want?
You.
Me?
Does he take us for slavers? I will smash his skull till he shits out brains!
Now hold on, everyone. Let's weigh the...
Do not finish that thought. What was your reply?
I told him it was your choice alone.
You didn't refuse him outright?
I evaded his question to gain us time. Time to devise a better idea.
One that does not involve selling off your queen, I trust.
How about I beat on his liver till he builds us a wall for free?
Might we consider...
I will not barter with my body.
That would be a first.
Oh!
Hold on. I've got it. The blunt end of my hammer on his family stones.
You are overthinking this, all of you. Give this builder an impossible task, a deadline of, say, 9 days. When he forfeits, as he no doubt will, Freya remains free, and we may finish his work as intended.
No, Loki's a...
Be mad or stupid to agree.
You underestimate men of intellect, Lord of Storms. The builder
Loki's setting up
is a
some
proud
nonsense here.
man. He won't back down from a challenge.
I do not like this.
Neither do I.
But we must act. Loki, bring this offer to the builder.
Your will is my deed, Rune Writer.
You grapple with forces outside your control.
This is a giant mistake.
You were eager to see the deal done.
We're Aesir. She's Vani.
Watch out! Keep your distance!
The wolf! Shit! Tyr, stand back. I'll get it. Out of the way! The wolf is mine! Stand clear!
Is that how it goes, Teddy? That's messed up.
The size of that beast! A worthy hunt.
I'll sharpen
The
my axe
final
with your
blow
teeth,
is mine.
beast.
Do not fight the beast! Leave it to me!
This is just a sea of bad decisions. We're going full Ragnarok soon.
Are you the wolf foretold? Are you my doom?
Oh gosh.
I am the Death Walker. I am the living ghost. I cannot die.
I'm gonna figure out how this guy's patterns work.
We'll see which is stronger, your fate or my will.
Okay, so it can't be countered. That's really annoying. The hell was that? Friggin' Sonic the Hedgehog in here. I think I'm gonna need a faster weapon at some point. That was a perfect parry, and he did not get stunned. That was another one. Yeah, it just doesn't care. This is not working well. Oops. How do I just unequip this for now? Real question is, how do I unequip it? I've never actually done that. Oh. That's weird. Maybe we can get a little faster this way. Yeah. Where'd it go? Hello? Ubisoft? It just buried itself and then effed off? What is this crap? What is this? Wow, this is the greatest fight design ever. Supposed to be 2? No. Am I supposed to like stand in front of it or something? Like what am I missing here? I have a feeling it's just bugged. Now you decide to come out. That was dumb. Super dumb. Yeah, exactly, Nakoko.
Are you my doom? Are you destined to...
All right, I gotta get rid of this. No, I am playing...
I am
the game that most people are kind of okay with. Hello, Susan. How's it going, Jack?
I cannot die. We will see which is stronger, your fate or my will.
This is actually dumb. Like I don't understand. Am I supposed to chase it down or something? Did I just wait it out for 30 years? Is this full magic now? I don't have any magic. Yeah, the whole assassination piece has kind of gone away, but the whole idea behind the assassins continues to persist. Did somebody play this and like this is a fun thing to do? Yeah, it makes me wonder too, but it's not like I have explosives. I mean, I kind of do, but that requires adrenaline. And every time I shoot them, nothing really happens. So there's that. Like... I do have adrenaline, but it's not even important because he's immune the whole cycle. Like, it's not... He eventually stops doing this, but it takes forever. Yeah, I've tried parrying it. I've tried last second dodging it. Like, the only thing that managed to get it out was I got my life really low. How dare you, taxing? So what's interesting is the hook shot thing on the top right. You see the dark mark? That implies that I can't target him right now. And there's no point where it lights up. So even if I spam it, he just goes into immune mode, and you can see the icon at the top there, that little shield in the middle. It means he can't be damaged. So he does very briefly, for like 1 frame, become damageable. But I can't imagine that this encounter's set up that way. Well, let's look around the arena. That's a healing thing. There's no AoE. So I just got hit 3 times and then it came out. So maybe that's the key. You just gotta take the damage and accept your fate. Stupid. That time he didn't stay underground. Maybe it's the bug? I don't know. More than 2? Yeah, if only. The fights would be less lame. How's it gonna touch you? This sort of thing's just frustrating, like... The context clues are telling me, hey, dodge. Because this game is telling me that it's currently immortal. Yeah, but you have to wait for such a long time, and you're not even really doing anything. Yeah, I think he was totally right. It's like the storms in 7 Days to Die that they just added. I don't get it. Like, the storms add nothing to the game. They just waste your time. This can't be right. Okay, I'm not the only one with this issue. Apparently, it's tied to a couple of different things. Alright. It might be this. I like how the audio is bugged too. It's funny. And then the other option is to leave the arena and come back. let's see if lowering the FPS worked. It did! Yeah, maybe. Man, this is so janky. Did it just throw a rock at me? I'm dead. Okay. Why is it immortal? That's so stupid. It is AC Valhalla. Well, at least we got the solution to the bug now. It's not gonna make the fight any less annoying, but at least I know now that I'm not insane. Actually, I guess I gotta change it out because the shield is not working. I did get wrecked. True.
Are you the wolf foretold? Are you my doom? Are you destined to destroy me? I am the Death Walker. I am the living ghost. I cannot die. We'll see which is closer, your fate or my will.
Ugh. Am I able to use a spear? In theory, yeah. But I don't have a good one. Well, the axe is fine when I'm not. Oh, he's immune right now. Waste. Stupid. Ugh. This is gonna take a long time. It's the reach more than anything, I guess. So maybe a spear would be a better choice. I'd have to leave and come back though. That's just a little too short. Just like my ding dong. Wow, you're way more motivated than I am, Daryl. Let's just get the... Or don't. Okay. What a machine. Oh no, he's immortal again. What kind of design is that? Like you try to punish off of the miss and you can't because the game's just like F you. Oh my god. Frustrating. These fights are long enough on Aesir difficulty too. It's like, why do you need to add that extra layer of annoyance? Should have got the third hit off. Onto the hedgehog. Yeah, you're not wrong, Teddy. Sonic the Hedgehog time. It's kind of dumb. The game thought you wanted more rock chucking. Hey man, this is lore appropriate wolf battle. Can't punish because he's immune for some reason. Shouldn't have done the thing while he was in rock chucking mode. Can't see crap there. The game is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. He actually hit me there, at least according to the game. It's really obnoxious.
If I spare your life, will you do the same?
Get out of here.
I've warned you well, and look where it has led.
Avi, stop! State your ex!
Why?
Out of my way, Loki!
You swore an oath to never spill my blood.
Step aside, and I won't have to.
This is my blood!
What?
He is my son!
What?
Bastard!
Tyr, you've cared for this wolf. You will be his jailer. Take it to Lingby. Bind it there. Make sure it never leaves the island. I can speak with the dwarf Ivaldi. May he find a more permanent solution.
Come, boy. You're safe with me.
Be kind, Justice Pringle.
Loki, there will be a reckoning.
Of this, I have no doubt.
Should've just killed it. The beginning of the end. Oh! The last tier, maybe?
The skies darken like...
Why does it not show up anymore? Oh, there it is. Wait, that's very confusing, actually.
My impossible task grows more urgent.
What, you don't like the underbite? New quest, forging a bond. Let's go this way. I think it's actually faster to go from here. To be fair, I think at this point everybody knows that Loki's the grand betrayer here and is responsible for everything that bad that happens. Are you saying there's some sort of like anti-Semitic conspiracy here? Can I just launch myself here? Oh, this will result in my death. I mean, maybe. Somebody had to come up with the character concepts, I guess. Good. Oh, no. Jumped way too far. You know what? This is fine. What the hell are these spirit wolf things? I don't want to find out. All right. I mostly want to look around the blue tree because there are things like this that are pretty interesting to me. Guess we'll go that route. Headshot, range resistance, way of the wolf. These are all kind of whatever. Hello, Constantine. Welcome back. Oh my gosh, come on. Well, that wolf fight was a lot less painful after switching to 60 FPS and not getting subject to bugs. Still a long fight, but none of the moves were that unfriendly. It was pretty consistent. I don't know how long it's going to take me to take down the third daughter of whatever that general's guy was named. Yeah, the design of it was weird, but as far as the combination of luck and skill to get it done, it wasn't awful. Clearly an Asgardian wolf from Loki's bloodline, which confuses me. Did he turn into a wolf and like blow his load into some she-wolf? Like, I don't know. Maybe it was the other way around. So,
I should be cautious.
where is this tier? It is way the hell down there, so it's probably through some underwater passage again. Is there a marker on the map at all? There is that one, but I don't think that's the right one. Let's go under here. Loki was not transformed, so he just blasted the wolf from behind. It's interesting that those chromosomes aligned, but I guess legend is legend, right? Oh. Okay. Then why? You know, whatever. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. I guess it makes sense for Loki to be the end of all things. Nice. I am an epic driver. Fenris, yeah. Too much metaphor, I guess. Really? That big ass snake thing you're talking to in God of War is the child of Loki. That's fun. Yeah, Loki's like the Zeus of the Norse world. I mean, I'm pretty sure my mom is glad that I didn't come out full grown.
This place is heavily guarded.
So it has some rune crap on it that I can't get by. Is this some progression gated nonsense? Ah, gross. Shadow has gone to YouTube. Disgusting. Yeah, I figured as much. Wah, wah. I popped up while you were watching shorts doom scrolling? Hell yeah. You're actually the second person. Faro also had me pop up in his feed, which I thought was pretty funny. So that's what Wabu was talking about. I hadn't seen that bit. I don't think I can play Assassin's Creed and run the 7 Days to Die server at the same time without it really aggravating my machine. I could try it. I also kind of do want to eat lunch soon, so there's that. Guess I'll just have to play 7 Days to Die. Gross. This is clearly a way better game.
Harvey, tell this rump cloud he come.
I was only curious, dwarf. I meant no offense. I'm merely a seeker of knowledge.
The dwarves give nothing away for free.
Apologies for the distraction, Master Blacksmith. I'll leave you to your work.
Well, what shall I craft for you today, High One? Bottomless breeches for soiling yourself on the battlefield?
Tuh.
What were you and the builder discussing?
Harvey, my gentle
20
jailer.
hours.
You know we dwarves give nothing away for free. If you want your question answered, I'll need something in return.
Such as?
A hidden fact known only to you, Farseer. That I may share in your secret knowledge of the world.
The sun and the moon are pulled by two horses across the day and night skies. Skinfaxir and Heimfaxir are their names. And each morning's dew is the fallen slopper from Heimfaxir's foaming mouth.
Curious. Thank you, Harvey. So, you asked what that sack of sheep guts was after? He wanted to know how magic affected your hooker.
Why would he want to know the effect of magic on my spirit?
Not just you, Harvey. The lot of you. Aesir and Vanir alike. I told him to shovel his shit somewhere else. Now, if that's all you came to know, you can piss off and let me work.
I have one more need. Can you forge me an unbreakable chain?
Chains are overrated. One weak link and it's worthless. Let me craft a cord that Thor himself could not break.
It must be strong enough to bind a powerful beast.
I will sluice my sweat into this cord, Harvey. All knowledge I have and skill I own will define it. And what will I get in return?
Make good on your claim, and your contract is fulfilled.
I smell bait. What's the trap?
No trap, no trickery. Forge me this cord, and you shall be free of my service.
To craft such a cord, I'll need a few impossible ingredients.
Name them.
The list there. I have a bear's tendon, a fish's breath, and
A cat's footsteps, and the root of a mountain. How do I find these?
how the fuck would I know? The riddles will guide you.
I have no patience for riddles, dwarf.
Those riddles are as ancient as the world, with lore passed down from Niji and Nidi to Northri and Sudri, Austri and Vestri, Althjover.
I understand. I will return shortly.
Balin, Beivor, Bavor, Hombor, Nori.
Gandalf. I need a cat's footsteps. Meow, friggin' meow. They're my inventory quest items. Oh my god. What is this trash? Right. Over the gate to the great Norse hall, a golden cat sits patiently, gazing upon many tall towers. She'll flee when she is found, but follow without fear. Look, leap, and descend. Once she leads to the end, she may ghost to the ground, land as well, and swiftly steal it. Okay. Okay. Well, there's got to be at least one gem, right? Nothing but birds here. How early does the player learn who Javi is? You're gonna have to be a little more. Oh, there's the cat. More specific, because you interact with Odin in his cloaked and eyeless form pretty early, but he's cloaked all the time. So there's nothing that would tie Javi to that just yet. No, if I'm really reaching the witch or seer or whatever that gives you the potion to experience this stuff, mentions that you'll have access to the Allfather's wisdom. And then they do call Javi something like that. Man, this quest sucks. So I guess if you're really paying attention, I mean, these are all golden cats, but they're not the golden cats, I suspect. Yeah, the one above all, or whatever. The name of the quest also hints at that. We're talking literal golden cat here, or are we talking figurative? Yeah, I could use the bird, raven. Oh. Good idea, Constantine. Keep forgetting that's even a thing. Birdman. Well, you can use the raven as Ivor as well, or Eivor. So I don't think that really gives you an obvious hint.
One of Freya's statues. Who put you up here, little cat? So that's how it is. Lead the way, nimble one.
I'm leading you on an annoying quest. Somewhere. Which I've lost track of. Oh.
Nowhere to go but down. I have it. Who knew you could capture a sound?
Who knew? Who knew? Cradled in rock at Asgard's highest height, a seed sleeps in Ymir's cold grip. Warm it awake, bring it to water for old bone to sprout new life. The highest height is either that tower or this.
Cast about this land, my friend.
Wait, can I not get it yet? I'm not super sure what I'm looking for. That's okay. Maybe it's that thing there. I don't know. I just have to explore a bit. Or I hurtle myself into there.
This looks like the right place. I swear, dwarves, there's the seed, and the mountain's rocky grip. Some heat may free it from its shell.
Flame on, yo.
The seed will not sprout root until I get it into some water.
Conveniently. I can't launch it in the abyss. Why not? You can only put it down, you can't launch it. Can't even launch it with yourself. Okay. I guess they want me to take a more casual route or something.
This is the mountain I seek. There's no higher peak.
Where'd it go? It's back. Okay. All right. I really don't understand the problem here. There we go.
retrieve the root for Ivaldi before it takes hold. Let's see what you can make of...
Convenient. Oh, I'm done that. Okay, cool. Fetch quest complete. So Valdi's gonna give me some lore, and then he's gonna be like, "Go pick up these other two things." It'll be grand. Everything I've ever wanted. Got him now? I don't recognize the name.
Aha! I know a cat's footfall when I hear.
I found everything you asked for. How soon can you finish this unbreakable cord?
As soon as it wants to be made. You cannot rush this kind of magic. It flows with a speed all its own.
Find me as soon as it's ready.
By the way, after we spoke of the Hugr, a cousin came by with his own spirit tale. I don't trust coincidence, so this one's free.
What did he say?
He told me his sister's husband Borin drank a mead brewed in Jotunheim, and it sent his Hugr into a goat.
The spirit of a dwarf in the body of a goat?
Stranger still, his sister didn't even notice.
Heavy!
Don't drag me into
He's
this.
completed the tower in 2
The
days.
tower is nearly finished.
Do not fret. The final hours are ticking down.
Not fast enough. I feel the jaws of a trap closing upon me.
Knowing you are in a trap is the first step to avoiding it.
You don't care if I'm married off to this builder, do you?
You are the queen of Asgard, the host of Folkvanga, the shepherd of the slain. Of course I care.
Yet you act as if I'm some treasure to be traded about.
I was wrong to use you like that. I will confront the builder and pry the truth out of him.
A limp apology, but it will suffice for now. Once the builder is dealt with, turn your spear on Loki. Every chance he had, he dug us deeper into this mess.
It's true, to be honest.
If Loki is up to something, I will see to it that he is punished. Blood oath be damned.
Well, that unwound itself pretty aggressively. But I think this is going to be something for another time, because I am super hungry. So thanks for hanging out. Hope to see you next time.